An extra 15% off when you mention WSIC or Lake Norman Woman Magazine. Visit closetsbydesign.com today.
Oh, shoot. Love you guys.
Good morning.
Hey, I saw a little bit. I think you actually shared it with us. So yes, I saw it a little bit.
Pretty big.
I did not click the link.
I don't think it's little news by any stretch of the imagination. But they're related to what is in food, particularly artificial dyes. So if you didn't hear the news, Fruit Loops is gone. All of them are gone.
Aldi was dragging Fruit Loops. Did you see that?
Dragging?
Like making fun of them?
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Aldi said they hadn't had dyes in their Fruit Loops. They're not Fruit Loops. Fruit Rings.
Well, yeah, the
Ever.
off-brand stuff.
Yeah.
What we would say is off-brand.
The bag cereal.
Right, the bag cereal, which I actually am a big fan of
Oh, me
because
too.
Dino Bites is basically Fruity Pebbles plus marshmallows.
Yes.
I'll come back to that at
Okay.
another day.
All right.
But so here's what they announced. Basically a 2-year phase out.
Okay.
So until the end of 2026 is how long these food companies have to get out particular synthetic dyes and convert to next couple of months.
Oh, wow.
Citrus red number 2 and orange B.
I've never heard of that one.
So those two.
What's Orange A doing? Is it still around?
He's hanging out.
Citrus Red number 1 still good?
6 other dyes.
Okay.
Green number 3,
Mm-hmm.
red number 40. I think that's a big one, right? Red
Yeah,
40.
that is a big 40.
Yellow
Big one.
5,
Mm-hmm.
yellow 6, blue number 1, blue number 2
Oh, both of them, 1 and 2.
will be phased out by the end of 2026. Here's what's interesting about the plan. It's not like it's like a rule, but not a rule. It
It's
seems
like it's a strong suggestion.
like, hey, take them out,
Do it.
please.
Yeah.
If you don't,
We'll be mad.
we're gonna do something. We have other departments we could do stuff with that
Okay.
make your life tough. Probably is the way it's going. So there's going to be though new natural color additives that they're going to allow for, deriving from beets,
Mm-hmm.
turmeric,
Mm-hmm.
carrot juice,
Okay.
watermelon juice, and purple sweet potatoes.
Oh, you ever had a purple sweet potato?
I have not. That
You
I
need
can
to
remember.
eat it with your eyes closed because if you look at it,
Is that in the medley bags? You know, like the kind of premix.
yes, sometimes yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I've had a purple mashed potato.
Purple mashed potato.
Uh-huh.
Was it actually purple?
It's purple, but it tastes just like a regular mashed potato. But if you eat it while looking at it, it doesn't taste right. You have to close your eyes to eat it.
It's eyes disconnected from the tongue.
You
kind
can't.
of a
I
thing.
cannot connect it. Yes, but it tastes very good.
Okay. Well, the FDA is working with the food companies. They want to create a national standard and complete timeline. So obviously, this was like the announcement yesterday. We
Right.
don't have all the pieces. We don't know everything. It was a lengthy conversation that was up on the stage. I do want to point to one. I pulled one clip from it to kind of have a conversation here as well, because it kind of, as much as I even don't want to admit it, it certainly is part of the conversation that's important.
We are spending as much on mitochondrial disorders like diabetes as we spend on our military budget. We can't continue to exist like this. And the problem is industry is making money keeping us sick. As Jay pointed out, ADHD is associated with all these behavioral disorders. But those disorders are treated not by changing our diet, but providing medications to treat our kids. And they get medicated, and that's the only solution. And, I would point out that there is part of the etiology of these diseases is a kind of media malpractice, a mass psychosis that has our media not talking about this. And one of the possible reasons for that is the amount of money that's coming from the pharmaceutical companies into our media and from these food companies for the advertising. The advertising has at least plays a factor. So that revenue, that extraordinary revenue stream, in disabling their their capacity or their inclination for skepticism and for critical thinking. So Americans don't know what they're eating, and they don't know the implications of those things.
So talking about that, the advertising and things like that, and that has
Right.
been true for. I mean, that's what entices a lot of
Yeah,
or
definitely.
introduces the concept. I mean, heck, that's what we do. But from a prescription basis, particular food basis, I think the dyes though, what they talked about a lot was like petroleum. I guess
yeah,
like
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
petroleum dyes.
A lot of them are.
Like and so by petroleum, we're talking like petroleum jelly. Is that what we're talking about? Or is petroleum like gas?
I'm not quite sure.
Because it's like petroleum.
Right. Petroleum, I would think, would come from oil.
Word of the day, petroleum.
Yeah, we'll figure out what that means. I'm worried about my airheads.
You think that they're on the chopping block?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they'll still be there. They just won't look as
Get new flavor.
bright.
Beet.
Yeah, new
Mhm.
flavor.
Beet. Airheads.
The wa-
Watermelon, though, will stay, it sounds like.
Watermelon. But you know what? They can just make them all mystery. It's fine. You never know what you're going to get.
And I think that they have said as well that you're still going to be able to, I don't know how without the food dyes, be able to, and hold on. Are the dyes just the color? I don't feel like we've answered this yet.
What do you mean? Yes, they're just the color.
It's not, it doesn't change the texture of the
No,
food?
I don't think it changed. Well, I don't think it would change the flavor.
Because airheads are pretty petroleum-y.
I mean, they're basically just, it's just an oil slick that they added some red dye.
Comes
and-
out of a machine.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. It's just taffy, which is probably petroleum based as well. It's so good. I love an airhead though. I hate that I love him so much. It's Kate's fault. Kate's catering fault.
Blame
Blame it on
it
them.
on my
They were
childhood.
10 cents. And when you go to the skating rink
Oh,
with,
yeah. You
$2,
got $1. You're set for a
I can
couple
get
hours.
a water cup and I can get unlimited airheads until my mom picks me up at 11 p.m.
All right. Which is basically how a vast majority of the country grew up. Why can't we kick this can down the road a little bit longer? You know,
Right.
we had to take care of this one today.
Right.
We got some friends that might be able to help us. I don't know if they will or not.
Yeah, we got some fun guests in the studio.
Yeah,
today.
Safe Harbor Peninsula Yacht Club. No, not Peninsula Club where the golf course is at, but
Correct.
the Yacht Club where the boating takes place.
That's right.
Down Jatan. We've got Nikole who's going to be hanging out with us. She's the assistant general manager there. And looking forward to seeing what's going on. They have a lot of great events.
They do.
They do a lot of fun stuff.
They do.
They do in-water boat show happens there as well. Plenty of festivities.
They're also going to host our Ladies Who Lunch in June. So you got a chance to come out there and check out the space.
That's going to be awesome. We've also got Bill Russell, president of Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce. He's also the host of Town Talk, airs every Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. We'll be checking in with him at 8:15, see what's going on. Dry Pond Animal Hospital. You know, we love our pets.
Yes.
If something happens, you got to take them to a doctor that knows what they're doing. Shannon and Dr. Andrew going to be joining us as well. And then Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show. We'll see what kind of synthetic dyes and petroleum he likes.
You should really stick around to hear what the crazy gang of three have to say next. Good morning, LKN on WSIC.
Well, I'd still keep the rain gear close by, but chances are you're probably not going to need it today. A drier day of weather for our Wednesday with a partly cloudy sky. We're still warm and quite muggy as temperatures get back up to around 80 in the afternoon. Overnight low temperatures fall into the low 60s for your Thursday and the rest of the week. Rain chances going back up with scattered showers possible, even a couple of thunderstorms too through the first part of the weekend. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like Greystone Lodge in Boone.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. This Saturday is the Spring Taba Walk in Old Town Cornelius. The area's premier arts and music festival is a fun-filled event with something for the entire family, including 2 stages of live performances, local artists and vendors, craft breweries, food trucks, a petting zone, kid areas, games, giveaways, and more. We'll see you Saturday in Old Town Cornelius for the Spring Taba Walk. The 500 Club in Statesville presents live music on Saturday night with a performance by Trax Trio. The trio will cover a wide variety of music from a range of styles and genres, plus include their own original music. Call 704-872-9990 or visit the 500 Club online for more details on live music this Saturday night. Join Eastwood Homes for the grand opening of Peyton's Creek in Statesville on Laurel Cove Road, May 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Discover stunning 1 to 2 acre home sites, explore Eastwood's Build on Your Lot program, and enjoy tasty food, sweet treats, music, games, and family fun. May 3rd, don't miss this exciting community celebration. Hey Lake Norman, Pulp Juice and Smoothie Bar is having their grand opening on Tuesday, April 22nd at their brand new Cornelius location, 9623 Bailey Road, Suite 101. Come out, try one of their amazing fresh smoothies, and while you're there, enter for a chance to win free smoothies for an entire year. Get the details and enter online at pulpjuiceandsmoothie.com. Again, that's Tuesday, April 22nd. See you at Pulp Cornelius. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Merlefest 2025, presented by Window World, returns April 24th through the 27th in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear the Avett Brothers, Bonnie Raitt, The Dead South, Watch House, Wyatt Flores, I'm With Her, Leftover Salmon, The Warren Treaty, The Steel Drivers, and many more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
Now, back to more of Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 7:18. Happy Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
That's right, it is.
Halfway through the week.
She had a genius idea, by the way, which I do think could play in the long term. North Carolina, we're known for tobacco.
Tobacco's our number one.
Sweet potatoes.
Yep. Sweet potatoes.
So we
two.
switched to the purple sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
That's a good play. Also beets. We need. I want to find
Do you like
the
beets?
beet farmer of North Carolina. Do I like beets? Who likes beets? I mean, I guess beets can be good.
Some people really like them.
Beets are big, I think, in Ukraine. Like as part of food. No. I have a friend from there.
Okay.
She lives here, and
Okay. From the source.
and I remember we went to their house one time for New Year's and beat like a lot of beets in the
It's just
in
part
the
of their
dishes. Part of the
meal?
dishes. Yeah,
Nice.
it's kind of like when grab me the onion powder. No, grab me
Grab
the
me the
beets.
beets.
Grab me the beets from the counter. Something like that.
Bring the
So,
beat in.
You want me to go for it?
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
Word of the day.
All right, today's word of the day. Today's word of the day on this beautiful looking Wednesday. I think there might be some thunderstorms later on, but this beautiful Wednesday morning, today's word of the day is airy.
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 Not like the air outside, though.
No, not like the air outside.
'Cause I know what that word means.
Yes, this is slightly different. We're dealing with a noun here. For those following along in your car or at home or anywhere, A-E-R-I-E.
A little different.
Airy.
Dustin, how hard is it to pivot right now? Because I'm getting a call. Could be Jeff with traffic.
Not difficult at all.
All right, do you want to pivot right now?
I'd like to.
All right.
I think we
that's
should
called
look at the
tease.
streets.
That's the
called
tease
the tease
for the word. You guys
Okay.
think about
We'll
it?
follow up momentarily. You
Yeah.
want to hit those buttons?
Yeah, let me see. Hopefully it actually is Jeff. It also could be somebody
be
else.
anybody.
But, oh well, let's
Be
play
the
with
beet
it.
farmers.
Why not? Let's live a little. RideICATS.com, alternative transportation, $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte, cruising in the HOV lane with Jeff. Good morning, sir. Hope things are looking well out there, and certainly in any moment we'll hear your voice and hear that certainly fine report, particularly as it relates to the traffic in our area. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. There's no accidents to report. Things are moving pretty good north and southbound. You'll have your typical slowdowns in the Huntersville area. Secondary roads right now look good. Statesville, Troutman, Mooresville. So easy report this morning.
Absolutely, Jeff. Patient pants still required, though. You never know on a Wednesday. People need to keep their head on a swivel. Canes won last night. Did you catch any of the game?
No, I didn't, but I'm glad they did. I try and watch some of the games that I missed last night.
You were probably enthralled with RFK Jr.'s announcement about beets yesterday in particular. Do you like beets?
Beets? Yeah, I do. In fact, I planted some in my garden.
Okay, so it is. Is it fairly easy to grow and manage? Is it one you think I can
For
handle?
Jeff, it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's what I'm asking for my stuff.
It's not bad to, it's not that hard to grow them, and I like pickled beets. So, anyways, but they're healthy for you, and so they're in the garden.
Are pickled beets red as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll put it at a medium category. We'll put it like that difficulty level. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate you. We'll chat with you at 8:15.
All right. Have a good morning.
You
Talk
too,
to
sir.
then.
All right, bye. RideICATS.com. $1 from your front door each day to run errands around Iredell County. $1 on Tuesdays to go to the VA in Salisbury if you missed that. On Thursdays, you can go to Winston-Salem for $1. And on Fridays, you can go to Hickory for $1. There is a secret, though. You have to schedule it. RideICATS.com.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird is a winner.
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
Word of the day.
All right, we are back, people. Today's word of the day, like I mentioned moments ago, airy.
Never heard of the word.
I'd already forgotten it.
Airy. For those following along at home, I'll sing it again. Aerie.
Now, airy, word of the day, Bill gives us where we guess the definition, but we're not going to guess. We're going to use the context clues. Also a noun. So not the air outside, but same family.
Correct. You are absolutely correct there. And today's word of the day brought to you by Merlefest. Merlefest Music Moments, Memories.
And Ospreys.
The Ospreys will not be performing there. However, this might not be a clue.
Oh, okay.
So Merlefest starting today, tomorrow. Tomorrow you can check out the Dead South, Wyatt Flores, the Steel Drivers, Brent Cobb, Donna the Buffalo, Woody Platt and the Bluegrass Gentlemen, Banknotes, Pete and Joan Wernick, who just look like a fabulous couple, as well as Roy Book Binder.
Did you mention East Nash Grass?
No, I was just talking about Thursday's lineup.
We're going to do our daily lineups now.
Okay,
daily lineups.
I'll recite them again tomorrow as well.
Wait, because tomorrow's the first day.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Absolutely. So again, today's word of the day,
Packing
airy.
up, getting ready to go.
That's it.
Does that have something to do with flying?
It does not have anything to do with flying.
All right,
Yes.
Do you have a sentence, or are
I
we
have
just gonna
multiple.
Look at the picture and try to guess?
Something with
new
fur.
Version.
Mamie said, if her office is an airy, then it's one occupied by a very tired eagle clutching a coffee mug.
A nest?
That's exactly what it is, Mamie.
No.
Yes.
That was just a guess.
Airy
there.
is a nest usually belonging to a bird of prey, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh, is it osprey or bird of prey?
I don't know. They look kind of fierce. And it reminded me of our little osprey friend. So I figured we could check on him. He looks like, or she, doing great. House looks great. I think they got a new rug. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
Yeah. They spruced up the place.
Yeah, they did.
Or they shaved their old rug and kind of refreshed it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Osprey is a fish-eating bird of prey.
Oh, then this
Perfect.
is a great location for
Definitely
an
an airy.
osprey.
Yeah. This is kind of luxury.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So-
The other kind of definition of if you don't want to apply it to birds, Justin, if you're kind of looking to apply it in your everyday, a high nest or perch often used figuratively for a lofty or remote place. So, I mean, the studio's kind of an airy.
It is kind of an area. Yeah,
Right.
we're on the second floor.
Right.
I'm located in the airy.
Yeah,
You can find me in the airy.
but in the air and the airy.
Yes.
I sleep in my airy. Nope.
My bed's pretty high off the ground.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
airy. It's an airy.
it's an airy. Yeah.
That one can get confusing though on that spelling.
It is confusing. I'm going to start using this word. So whenever somebody in the house is sick,
Okay.
I'm going to call it an airy because I call it your nest. So I go into if you're sick.
Get in your airy.
No, in a nice way. I
Oh.
create a nest for you so you don't have to leave your space. So I bring you a little side table.
Are you
that's like
satisfied with your airy?
airy? Yeah. So I'm going to say that now instead of I usually say I'm going to build you your nest. And so I bring you a little table that slides over the bed. I bring your tissues and your medicines
Wow.
and yeah, so you get your little. So I'm gonna
Matronly of you.
Start calling it an airy.
I'm
that's
getting
the right
sick
term.
at Mamie's house next.
I'll make you an airy.
Airy
use
word
it.
of the day. Bill gives us the word, and we guessed that definition. Good job guessing. We'll see if we can use it in a day. Maybe it's a way to describe Safe Harbor Peninsula Yacht Club as airy.
An airy?
Yeah.
You can.
Are there ospreys near the yacht? Surely there's might be
Yeah.
one or two around there. Maybe with the binoculars out on the back deck, you
Just
can
a
kind of
boat right away.
Yeah, there you go. You
Easy
can also
to
get
find.
gas there at the yacht club, which is
Yeah, it's
nice.
You
nice.
can.
Yeah,
didn't
not
know
like as a
that.
car.
Oh, I can't bring my car
No,
over there?
no, on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some kind of deal. Like if you're a member of the yacht
My
club, then
kayak.
you get some kind of deal on gas too. So just heads up on that. We'll talk about that. Nicole's here. We'll talk with her and see what's going on at the yacht club. Wonderful events coming up. Mames mentioned the Ladies Who Lunch that's going to be coming up in
is.
June. That's the location
June 3rd,
for it.
Tuesday, June 3rd. Tickets are now on sale and still available.
Okay,
nice.
there you
Going
go.
fast, though.
Yeah. Bill Russell, president of Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce and host of Town Talk, which airs every Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. He'll be in later, 8:15. We'll check in with him, see how he's doing. Dry Pond Animal Hospital. Shannon and Dr. Andrew will check in with them. Gosh, having to take your animal to the vet or like the hospital,
Mhm.
that's tough.
It's nice to have, though. You need to have a good
Oh, you
vet.
need
I mean,
to,
you
yeah.
just a regular checkup, You
But it's
get
like
it-
emotional, you know.
Well,
what
you
I
get
mean?
an annual visit, though, for your dog, so it doesn't always have to be emotional. It can just be fun, and they become kind of part of your family, too.
Or you're talking about just like as part of the
Yeah.
annual.
Yeah, just take a.
I believe it's also a pet resort too. So
They have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have like boarding and things like that too. You can do so.
Wonder if they clean out the glands, because that's the thing with dogs, right?
We got to get that done
That's
all
a
the
big
time.
thing. Like if you got dogs, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, it's not fun. Don't do it yourself.
Squeezing the-
Take them to
squeezing
dry
the
pond. Do
glands.
not do it yourself.
Ugh.
Promise me. Take my word for it.
You ever
And
cue
they are
that
also the
cat's glands?
No, no, I'm changing the subject. They're also the sponsor of the special pet section that's going to be in our May issue of Lake Norman
Yes.
Woman magazine.
All right, very
where we're
cool.
going to feature Lake Norman's cutest pet winner,
ooh,
Carlos. He's the
Los.
winner.
Carlito.
Carlos won.
Carlos crushed it.
Carlos friggin' dominated, but congrats, Carlos. Carlos also already went on his 2-night getaway to the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, really?
Yes, he already went. He had
Oh,
a great time.
good for
Him and his family
Carlos.
had a great time. So thanks to Dry Pond Animal Hospitals for sponsoring that. And you can pick up your copy of the May issue, Mothers, Mentors, and Pets, very soon.
Absolutely. We'll also check on Patrick's Glance. Patrick Reynolds hosts of the Home Ad Show Monday through Friday, 9 to 11, whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating birthdays and anniversaries. Charlotte Hornets won an award, by the way.
Oh no, Justin.
I know you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but it's not going to be a good one.
I was hoping this didn't make it.
It made it.
There's an anonymous NBA player poll that happens, and it's by The Athletic, which is a publication. I think they're made up of athletes. And Charlotte Hornets got the most votes, I think, for the league's worst organization. 38.1% out of 113 votes.
I was ready for this.
That were You're wearing the shirt or jersey? Which you wearing the old school? Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh, I like
See,
that
but
one.
you got the old school Hugo one. That was a different Hornets team.
You're not wrong.
That was a different team. Not just because players change out, but atmosphere, culture, everything was
It was
different. So it's like-
pre-Bobcats.
Pre-Bob. Is that really what threw us off? Do you
Mhm.
think that that's like the curse we put on ourselves?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean yes, but what's amazing here is we won by a lot. Your worst organization.
The worst, yes. We beat out the
By
Washington
a
Wizards
lot.
by a bunch.
Yeah.
Stay where you are. There's more Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie on the way from 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, I'd still keep the rain gear close by, but chances are you're probably not going to need it today. A drier day of weather for our Wednesday with a partly cloudy sky. We're still warm and quite muggy as temperatures get back up to around 80 in the afternoon. Overnight low temperatures fall into the low 60s for your Thursday and the rest of the week. Rain chances going back up with scattered showers possible, even a couple of thunderstorms too through the first part of the weekend. That's your forecast. The WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Now is the right time to buy or sell your home. I'm Matt Madison with Madison & Company Realty. With high interest rates, low inventory, and a lot of people moving to our area, it makes people wonder. But we have the answers for you. Call us at Madison & Company Realty in Statesville to help you navigate the real estate market. 704-873-7700. Visit us online at MadisonandCompanyRealtyNC.com. Madison & Company Realty, we've got you covered.
Color I see.
Sweetheart, would you turn it down? The neighbors can hear us. Sweetheart, the neighbors can hear this.
Ladies, if your husband's favorite TV setting is way too loud, it might be time for a hearing test. If this sounds familiar, it's time to call Beltone in Mooresville and Cornelius. Call 877-HEAR-123 today. That's 877-HEAR-123. Turn down the TV and turn up the conversation. Call 877-HEAR-123 now.
This is Daniel
And this is Marsha.
from NC Auto Repair. Keep that car running like new this new year by stopping by NC Auto Repair for all your automotive needs. We're now offering a customer loyalty program for your oil changes. If it's automotive related, we can handle it. Stop by and see us at 1015 Davie Avenue or call us at 980-223-2957. NC Auto Repair. And remember, if you want to go far, you've got to service that car.
Hey folks, you know Randy Marion is the king of price when it comes to buying a new vehicle or a pre-owned vehicle. But how about king of price when it comes to the service department? Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville, Randy Marion Ford Lincoln in Statesville has you covered on tires, brakes, batteries, wipers, you name it. Any service you need on your vehicle, regardless of the make or model, come see Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville Service Department or Randy Marion Ford Lincoln Service Department today.
Hi, this is Bob McIntosh with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Since 1997, we have been committed to providing our clients with competent, caring, and experienced legal services. Learn more at McIntoshLawFirm.com.
When you have problems with your heating system, you need SHA Mechanical. Serving the region since 1975, SHA will make sure your system always stays in the best condition. Visit SHA Mechanical online at shamechanical.com.
The best talk all day long.
WSIC.
Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. A new report says a decline in employee engagement cost the world economy more than $400 billion last year. Gallup's State of the Global Workforce report says the percentage of engaged employees fell for only the second time in 12 years. The primary reason for the overall decline was a drop in manager engagement. The bridal industry is waiting to hear back from the White House. Women's Wear Daily says some leading manufacturers appealed to President Trump for tariff exemptions. About 90% of formal wear garments are manufactured in Asia, and levies on imports could dramatically increase wedding expenses. Artificial intelligence has led to a dramatic increase in electricity demand, and utilities are racing to keep up. The CEO of Exelon says power companies have had to shift their focus away from clean energy and sustainability. Calvin Butler told Bloomberg TV that clean is not even on the agenda right now. Jeff Bellinger, Bloomberg Radio.
The number one station for people who say we're their favorite station.
WSIC.
They're back. More of Justin, Bill, and Mamie now. It's Good Morning LKN from WSIC. Local starts here.
Ahoy, matey! Bringing it back.
I like it.
The
I
pirates
like it.
coming back. When you go to a yacht club, that's what you got to put on your
That's
best
right.
pirate accent. Even at the Safe Harbor Peninsula Yacht Club, located at the end of Jatun. How do you just... Nikole Maust joins us here. She's the assistant general manager. When people ask you about, like, on the water, how to describe where it's at, do you say across from the power plant? How do you describe where it's at on the water?
Oh, goodness.
I just threw you a curveball there.
Yeah.
You did throw me a curveball. I'm going to be honest, I'm not the best of orienting myself when I'm out on the water, but there's this little island out there, and I know how to find that island. I don't know the name of the island, but if you find the island, we're just back in that little cove there, and you'll start seeing the slips. Once you see that island, look to the right, you'll start seeing some slips, and just come on back to see us.
You were describing it from land perspective as the hidden gem at the back of Peninsula. And I would agree with that. It is tucked back there, but when you know where it's at, I mean, it is a great club, the Peninsula Yacht Club. I mean, you guys do events. You've got the pool. You've got the restaurant. You've got the slips for those that want to wet dock their boat. What an incredible opportunity. How long have you been with the Yacht Club?
So I've been with the Yacht Club since September of 2020. It was kind of a weird year to join with COVID and all the restrictions. But I started joining there. I was the event manager at the time. Like I said, we were doing events of 10 people, and I was working with a great team, and I just kind of floated around to the different departments to learn the ins and outs of the Peninsula Yacht Club. It was a change for me. I came from working at a vineyard up in the valley of Virginia. So to come around water was a new experience for me. Working with Harry Smith, who's our marina manager, he's taught me a lot about boating and just different things about boats. But like I said, I started off as the event manager. Then I became the membership director, and now I'm the assistant GM. So I kind of oversee a little bit of everything, which has been great.
Okay, so it's all about hospitality. It's all about taking care of folks. It's all about great service. So when you start with events, what, like weddings, I imagine corporate events, probably some birthday parties.
Oh, yes. We do a little bit of everything. Corporate meetings, we do corporate trainings. We have groups that come in for numerous days at a time, and they do stuff on the water, stuff on land. We do birthday parties, anniversary parties, weddings, rehearsal dinners. I've done a little bit of everything. Boat shows. We work with some of the boat dealers around here. They do in-water boat shows with us. So it's a great place to be. We do a lot of different things there. And the great thing about events, you don't have to be a member to host an event with us. So if you need a private space, reach out to us. We'd love to help you out.
I think that's so cool. I think people might not know that you don't have to be a member to host your event, but it's a great way to try out the space too.
Exactly. And we always say it's a prospective member because once you come in, you really fall in love with the place. And I always say it's an easy sell for us. Come on in, see the space. Once you're there, you fall in love with it. We really don't need to tell you too much information. It has one of the best sunsets in the area. I might be a little biased on that, but the sunset there is absolutely beautiful.
You gotta be careful catching that sunset every single day.
Oh, yes.
Spoiled.
So nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
my goodness.
definitely spoiled. Yeah, and the staff too. Like you and Kathy have just been so welcoming and so kind. And I think you're right. Like when somebody does come in, you just not just the space, the views, the sunsets, the food, but the people too are really what make it so special.
Yes, it is a home away from home for a lot of our members. And some of our members actually became members before they found a home in the area. They just kind of fell in love with the club. It's a great way to get to know people in the area, especially if you're not from this area. We host a lot of social events for our members. So every Friday we have Commodore's Hours from 5:30 to 7 where we do complimentary appetizers and drink specials. It's a great way to mix and mingle with the other members of the club. And then once a month we take that Commodore Hours and we turn it into our member mixer. It's always a bigger turnout for that. So we either shift it outside to our pool bar and grill building, downstairs to our larger Commodore room. We do complimentary appetizers and we throw in complimentary draft beer, and everybody comes out for that free draft beer. And a great way just to get to know everybody within the club.
We're very excited. Looking forward to the partnership with Lake Norman Woman Magazine and having y'all featured in there, as well as Ladies Who Lunch. So the event coming up. So if you want tickets for that, Mames will share again the information on that shortly. But that event sells out very quickly. So looking forward to having it at the Yacht Club this round. Boating as well. So you guys have the wet slips there, and there is a deal on gas. I said that earlier. It's not made up. You guys provide the gas at cost to your members. Is that right?
We do. That is a Safe Harbor benefit. Safe Harbor is a marina company. We have 138 different locations around the United States. So that is a benefit that they do across the board for our members. And our members love it. They saved a ton of money last year, and we love to kind of show them that savings every year, but they do get gas at their cost, and we do have slips available. So we have 25-foot slips up to 45-foot slips. I do have a wait list for the 40s and the 45s, but if you have a smaller boat, come and see us. We do have availability for that, and it's not an annual contract that you sign, so it's a little bit different than a normal marina that you would go to. So you would sign and be a member with us until you decide that you don't. We do have a 6-month resignation policy, so just let us know about 6 months before you want to not be a member.
It's pretty
with
relaxed
us.
compared to a lot of
very
places.
relaxed.
Yeah,
Yes.
for
compared
sure.
to some of the other
Yes,
ones. Yeah.
and then we do have a social membership and a yacht membership, and the only difference between the two are yacht members. They need a place to put a boat in our marina. So if you don't have a boat, you just want to be a part of the fun, we do have that social membership option, and we do have some rental boats. So if you don't own a boat and want to get out on the water, we have the options to get you out there.
Wonderful offerings here for the Lake Norman community. So you've been with the Yacht Club almost 5 years. What would you say has been your favorite part of being part of the Yacht Club?
Probably our members, getting to know our members. Everybody has a different story. Everybody's coming from a different place, and everybody's there for a different reason. Some people are retired, and this is just a place they come to hang out. Some people, they're just starting their families and they want a place for their kids to grow up at. So everybody's story is different, and we have a great team that we work with, and then the members are also amazing to hang out with every day.
Now's a great time to join, not just because summertime's coming up, right? And obviously you can get out and hit that new pool, but because you wouldn't have to have gone through the whole construction phase of that beautiful pool and renovations you guys did outside.
Right,
Share with us
yes.
those upgrades and things that you guys did as a club.
So Safe Harbor has invested so much into the club. Really, the whole inside has been redone, new floors, new carpets. We've painted everything. We've gotten some new furniture in our dining room. And then out at the pool, there's a new pool bar and grill building. So full kitchen, full bar. There's big TVs back behind the bar, so the sports games are super popular to watch out there. And then right off of that, we've built a beautiful deck that kind of overlooks our marina, and it's a great way to watch the sunset. So all the construction out there is finished, and it is beautiful, and our members have absolutely enjoyed it.
I can imagine weddings are probably
Oh,
some of the
gorgeous
highlight
out there.
events.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
absolutely.
Yes, the weddings are beautiful. We're not just your standard, blank walls, canvas. We're flexible when it comes to your catering. Let us know what you're looking for, and we'll kind of cater it to you.
That's definitely the unique piece too of the food that you guys allow. Do you allow outside food during events and things like that, or does it have to be your kitchen that cooks? How do you guys do that as well?
So it does have to go through us, but like I said, we're very flexible.
It's
So-
customizable.
Flexible,
though.
it is
That's what I
customizable,
need.
and
Yeah.
whatever price point you're looking for too, I think is so special.
Yep. Let
Yeah.
us know kind of what you're working with, and I'll get with the chef and his catering team, and we'll just make sure that we're able to provide that.
We're doing
for you.
a taco bar for ladies who
Ah!
lunch. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Well, as a guy, I won't be
You
there.
can't. You're not invited,
So-
but I'll bring you some leftovers. I'll get you a to-go box.
And so, if someone wanted to become a member, Nikole, what's that process like? Do they reach out to you? Do they call a made up number somewhere on the back of a napkin? How does it work as far as becoming a member?
So they can give us a call. They can also email us, go through our website. There's a couple different ways. We also have social media, so Instagram, Facebook. You can send us a text at our main line, which is 704-892-9858. So we're pretty flexible. There's numerous ways to reach out to us, and we're happy to help in any way.
And so, for the events and those kind of things that go on throughout the year, you mentioned that there are some that are open to the public, and including the the boat shows that are going on as well. So this weekend, there's the opportunity for people to come out and check out is it in-water boat show?
So there is a car and boat show. So we're going to have some boats in the water. There's also going to be 80 plus cars in our
Wow.
parking
Oh, wow.
lot. And there are some really cool cars that come out. This is hosted by the PYC Fleet Committee. It's a great event to come out to. It's a great way to get you out to the club and get to know some things. We'll be hanging out there. So if you have any questions about membership or about the club, we'll be there to help you.
All right, Nikole Maust, she's the Assistant General Manager at the Safe Harbor Peninsula Yacht Club. shmarinas.com is a website you can go to here and see the list of the marinas, but the Safe Harbor Peninsula Yacht Club. Excited again for having y'all in Lake Norman Woman Magazine.
Yes.
Also, Ladies Who Lunch, wonderful event. Mames, if people want to come to that event, how can they get tickets for
Just
that?
check out lakenormanwoman.com, or you can head over to our social media pages as well. There's links
Okay,
there.
looking forward to it. Basking in the sun. Ahoy, mateys! Get your gas at cost today and fill the slips.
We'll have more Good Morning LKN coming up on 1059 100.7 WSIC.
Well, I'd still keep the rain gear close by, but chances are you're probably not going to need it today. A drier day of weather for our Wednesday with a partly cloudy sky. We're still warm and quite muggy as temperatures get back up to around 80 in the afternoon. Overnight, low temperatures fall into the low 60s for your Thursday and the rest of the week. Rain chances going back up with scattered showers possible, even a couple of thunderstorms, too, through the first part of the weekend. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. This Saturday is the Spring Taba Walk in Old Town Cornelius. The area's premier arts and music festival is a fun-filled event with something for the entire family, including 2 stages of live performances, local artists and vendors, craft breweries, food trucks, a petting zone, kid areas, games, giveaways, and more. We'll see you Saturday in Old Town Cornelius for the Spring Taba Walk. The 500 Club in Statesville presents live music on Saturday night with a performance by Trax Trio. The trio will cover a wide variety of music from a range of styles and genres, plus include their own original music. Call 704-872-9990 or visit the 500 Club online for more details on live music this Saturday night. Join Eastwood Homes for the grand opening of Peyton's Creek in Statesville on Laurel Cove Road, May 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Discover stunning 1 to 2 acre home sites, explore Eastwood's Build on Your Lot program, and enjoy tasty food, sweet treats, music, games, and family fun. May 3rd, don't miss this exciting community celebration. Hey Lake Norman, Pulp Juice and Smoothie Bar is having their grand opening on Tuesday, April 22nd at their brand new Cornelius location, 9623 Bailey Road, Suite 101. Come out, try one of their amazing fresh smoothies, and while you're there, enter for a chance to win free smoothies for an entire year. Get the details and enter online at pulpjuiceandsmoothie.com. Again, that's Tuesday, April 22nd. See you at Pulp Cornelius. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Merlefest 2025, presented by Window World, returns April 24th through the 27th in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear the Avett Brothers, Bonnie Raitt, The Dead South, Watch House, Wyatt Flores, I'm With Her, Leftover Salmon, The War and Treaty, The Steel Drivers, and many more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
Give us a call now at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. Happy Wednesday to you. 7:48. Thanks again to Nikole Maust, the Assistant General Manager of Safe Harbor Peninsula Yacht Club. It is a great venue. If you haven't had a chance to go check out the boat show and the car show this weekend just to check out the grounds there at the Peninsula Yacht Club. Wonderful facility. And she's not lying about the sunsets.
No, it's gorgeous. The whole space is gorgeous, though. And really the people, too. Once you walk in there, because I would say, like, just walk in there and start talking to people, and you'll just fall in love with them, too. So great place to go. Great people that work there, too. And they have I forgot to mention, the first female Commodore. Not the first, I'm sorry, but they have a female Commodore this year as well, who will also be on the cover of Lake Norman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I'm very excited for them.
Absolutely. While you're out, taking your vessel out there from the Safe Harbor Peninsula Yacht Club, you are going to need some jams. Because when you go on the lake, you want music. I mean, that's just part of it.
You got to have music.
You don't have to, but I guess you most likely will. And there's the Songs of Lake Norman with Normie. This is certainly the option.
Normie was inspired by Bill's Bangers and wrote his own album. And it's been released now. Here we go.
This 2-volume collection brings Normie's world to life with 24 original songs inspired by the magic of Lake Norman. Songs include Normie's Big Splash.
Way down deep in the lake so wide, there's a little green monster with a twinkle in his eye. Normie loves to swim, Normie loves to play.
Swim, Normie, swim.
Swim, Normie, swim.
Oh, I like this one. It's a good one.
Swift vibes.
Captain Normie's Pirate Crew.
This is yours.
I just put this on a repeat.
And summertime is Normie time.
Feel that breeze, the water's fine.
Oh, I like
that's
this one.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bopping around on the phone. This one.
The sun is high, the waves roll slow. Normie's peeking
So you
up,
can get.
saying,
Yeah, that's a good
"Let's
song.
Let that one
Just
rock.
let it play. Just let it play. Don't stop it.
So Normie did send us, and you can find him LKN Monster on Instagram. Normie did send us the actual physical CDs as well, and we do actually have a CD player here.
We do?
Well, I mean, one of the computers.
We
Definitely
got
can
something.
handle.
We can play a CD.
So,
But yeah,
there is an actual album out.
There's an actual album out. You can pick it up. I think release date is 5/4/25. But yeah,
I gotta get this on wax, man.
Oh, we need a
vinyl.
vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Get that
definitely.
petroleum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's inspired by the beloved children's book. It's a 2-volume collection, 24 original songs capturing the magic of Lake Norman.
Including song number 12, Osprey's Nest, which I've got to check out.
Ooh, I have to listen to that
It's
one.
not often you find a 24-song album anymore.
I'm telling you. And that
So
I
worth its
gotta,
weight.
I gotta say, Normie's doing it right with that commercial. That was an
That
old
is
school, like look at
classic.
hits volume 46 kind of vibe on
There's
it.
also
Now that's what I call the lake.
Right, exactly.
Volume 1.
That's right. That's right. So you can pick up your copy. You can also get listen to it on Spotify, and I think Apple Music. It's available as well. So go head over to LKN Monster on Instagram for all the details on where you can pick it up, get your album. I think the author of the book, Normie the Lake Norman Monster, Amy Myers, is going to be at the CD release party at Crazy Cool Collectibles on Sunday, May 4th, 2 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
So you can head out there, get your own copy, get the book, meet the author. Maybe Normie will make an appearance. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
If I had this, if this was available on vinyl, I would definitely get it.
You would definitely get it?
I already have the CD, so.
There's also a second album,
Yes.
I-77 Traffic Jam Sessions.
Yeah, are we teasing that one right now?
We'll tease that one. We might play some of those tomorrow,
Yeah,
but man,
absolutely.
Normie jams today since we had Safe Harbor in here.
Yeah, let's
Normie
keep the
jams.
main thing the main.
Did they
That's
get
right.
Carlos Santana on the album?
I'm looking through the
Ooh, look and
credits
see.
right here.
Look
I'm
and
gonna.
see.
I'll turn through, but this is great artwork. Nice production
Nice.
here. Yeah, well
They
done.
did a good job.
Or maybe Carlos wasn't able to make it because he was hospitalized after a
no.
medical emergency during a concert sound check. So if the schedules didn't align,
I see.
probably wouldn't get him now at this point if I had to guess.
You a big Carlos Santana fan?
He could play.
Yeah. What's
He
your
can play.
favorite Carlos Santana song?
I don't. The names elude me in the moment, but I would know it if I
If
heard
you
it.
heard it.
If you heard it, you know it. He's
yeah.
kind of one of those players, like
You know
that's
you know the sound?
Santana. That's Santana.
Yeah.
What about his stuff with like Rob
Thomas.
I like that one.
Yeah, you can go smooth.
That's the
Smooth, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, for sure. There's some other good ones out
He's-
there.
he's-
probably,
There's some
too.
great ones.
Yeah, he's been doing it a while.
He has been doing it a while.
I watched a documentary on him at one point.
Oh yeah.
He's like, he grew up, I think, really poor, like really, really poor, and then like
He's doing
made
okay
it
now?
big. Yeah, he's
Well,
it seems
not
like-
so good
well,
now because he's
until, like,
hospitalized.
yesterday.
But
Yeah.
hopefully he'll be okay.
Is that real? What you're saying about Carlos Santana? Is he okay?
Do you believe me?
I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. I'm lost in the sauce. I'm in too deep.
Yeah, it's real.
Okay. Oh,
It just
yeah.
says
Oh, wow.
just a medical emergency. Just a medical emergency. So it didn't say what the medical emergency was, but he's been
Well,
prepped
they
for
said the same
surgery.
thing about the Pope.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that
we'll
way.
see what
I'm
happens.
sending my prayers to
The
Carlos
Santana
Santana and his
family?
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy.
All right, well, I do have an update on the twins from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just real
The
news
twins
here.
rocked me.
Got you with the twins.
Bill
first
still
thing.
can't recover from the twins yesterday.
The twins have me shook, so I'm glad we have a follow up. I don't think this is the I don't think this follow up is even the last time we hear from them.
I don't think
these
so
guys are
either.
a worldwide sensation.
Yeah, they're celebrities
They
now.
do a talking tour.
So if you
I don't
missed it
know.
yesterday, yeah, they should do a talking tour.
Yeah.
Can we get them on the show?
I will try.
Bill, we're
I
on
will
it.
try.
You're on it. Okay, so the twins from Australia
Uh-huh.
that were in the interview that went viral that we played yesterday.
Mom got shot.
Bill couldn't handle it.
Yes.
We got an update on him.
Yes.
So, Bill, go for
Loading.
it.
Loading.
Gun. And oh,
This
our
is yesterday's
heart started
interview.
to pound. And,
Speaking in unison is a thing that you do. How?
yes, that's right.
How does this happen?
Well, it just happens, and we don't know why. But we have tried to talk separately, but we're not ourselves. It's not us, and it's
What?
very hard. And yeah, and we don't care about the critics. We're told
They
we
have to
tell
talk
people
together.
They have to.
if you can't
Doesn't
stand
feel right if
listening
they're
to
not.
us, simply just switch off the TV.
Do
There
not
you go.
switch off the TV. Do not.
Not happening.
Please.
Can't handle it. Switch off the TV.
Run.
So that's it.
He's
There
got
they are.
a gun. and our heart started to pound. And
Speaking in
Oh
unison
my
is a
My
thing that
question
you do.
is, if they are separated, I can't imagine they're together all the time. So if they are separated, if one starts talking, does the other one just start immediately talking about what the other one's talking about?
I don't know how they connect on this, but
It's some sort of mind meld.
what if it comes out it's just all rehearsed?
You think so?
I don't know.
Elaborate, and they deserve all the fame that they get from this. This is
That-
fantastic. This is like stereotypical what you would think twins would be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I assume
This
you
is-
can talk in unison.
Right.
Go.
Right. Now, next twins I meet, you know.
So Leslie that works with us is a twin.
Really?
I need to, yeah.
Oh, we should ask her about
We need
this,
to
yeah,
ask
for
her
sure.
about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leslie, let us know.
The one thing I think that they could do really well with book readings. I mean, I
Yes.
think that would
I want
be,
them calling games. I want them,
Yeah.
gentlemen, start your engines.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want the whole thing. Anywhere where
anything
somebody
where
can
you
talk.
gotta talk. Yeah.
Anything where you can talk. Let's
Yeah.
get them their own show.
Fact. They can just
Correct.
Come
Come on,
on
guys.
here.
Come on, ladies. Come on
Yeah.
the show.
You're welcome. I mean,
Good morning. Okay.
Can we get them? They need to do our intro every single morning.
I wonder if they would want to be playing America's favorite game. I wonder if they'd be interested in playing that.
They'd have to play in tandem.
Right. They would have to play in tandem.
Sit in a room and talk with them for an hour.
That's America's favorite game.
Right.
Yeah. I could do that.
Yeah. Gladly. Do it for free.
America's favorite game got an update for you here. It's been a while. This is the weather version. So I don't know if you remember previously. We've got hurricane, tornado is part of it, right?
Yes.
And what was the other one?
I think it was earthquake.
Hurricane. I want to say tornado.
Tornado's one?
I think tornado was tornado part of the original pack. It's just been a while since we've had.
We haven't talked
America's
about
favorite
this
game.
one in a while. Yeah.
I believe
like you might have had tsunami in there.
Tsunami is an expansion pack. There's no doubt about that for sure. But here's tornado. For those who are curious to pick that, because you can see it. This video is real, and it's out of Texas. So there were some guys working on a roof, metal roof.
It's not the place to be.
And a tornado coming through. Everyone pretty much stayed. Nobody seems to be trying to leave.
Hung onto the roof.
Seems safe to hang onto the roof.
Right, stay a little low.
Yeah, it's a gravity thing.
Right, it looks like they're on a slant too, so maybe that wind is.
It's kind of like
it's just crazy to be. That's like got to be a
wow. When you're watching it too, and this angle of the view here. Again, this is
shout
real
out
footage.
These guys,
yeah,
raise,
yeah,
all of them. The guy with the camera, bonus.
Right.
It's like when you drop the piece of paper on the ground, and the wind comes through, and it maybe lifts the piece of paper.
Right when you bend over to pick it up too.
Yeah, these guys are all just holding on like that piece of paper right now, just waiting to get lofted.
Yeah, that's scary. I'm glad everybody's okay there.
I'm assuming everybody's okay there.
I don't think I would post it if people weren't okay.
What's happening? Well, you can't see what's happening off the building. You know what I mean?
Hopefully everybody's okay.
Everybody's okay.
Everybody's okay. We know they are. Okay. Definitely okay.
All right, we're going to go with that for sure. Robert Irwin's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, season 34.
Are you guys so excited about this?
Super excited.
Super excited.
Love every time he's got his shirt off. It's probably one of my favorite highlights.
So his sister, I'm sure you guys know this,
Bindi
was on the show with
she
Derek.
was?
Yes.
Oh.
She won.
Oh.
Yes.
And now he is.
And now he's going to be on the show.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, so this video here was the announcement. I guess Dancing with the Stars went to Australia?
No. They just Hulu had their reality.
Their party.
Reality con, yeah. Talking about new reality shows for next season.
Okay. And Robert was there as
well.
Robert,
so he's the first star announced for Dancing with the Stars, which will premiere in September.
Is he? Surely he's going to incorporate animals into his dances somehow, you think?
Oh, wow. He might.
He could, yeah.
Because he's wearing a snake around his neck.
He is wearing a snake around his neck. Yes, he is.
You wore your car keys.
I did.
Very much.
I did.
I love it, man. I love it.
That's my guy.
This is awesome. Oh, Priscilla's going into my pocket. Hang on, give me a minute.
Different conversation.
That's what she said.
No.
Carlton,
Hey,
beside
you
you.
and
Carlton.
Bindi just having the most incredible time lighting up the dance floor. Hang on, sorry. And Priscilla. And I just thought, one day that's going to be me. I had these little dreams going, one day, and now that dream is a reality, and I am over the moon. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Mooresville, W264CU Statesville.
Got a Toyota? Get it serviced at Quality Car Care of Statesville. Looking for a great pre-owned vehicle? Quality Car Care has you covered at 2040 Old Mountain Road. Visit QualityCarCareStatesville.com.
Saying farewell to Pope Francis. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what thousands are doing at the Vatican in the first of 3 days of public viewings.
And we were meant to have an audience with him today, and we will do, but not in the way that we expected.
The viewing began after cardinals led a procession as pallbearers carried the Pope's casket from the residence where he died Monday at the age of 88 to St. Peter's Basilica, where the viewings are taking place ahead of Saturday's funeral. Now, President Trump will be at that funeral. He's been moving stock markets the past few days with statements that led to a Monday plunge and then a 1,000-point Dow rebound yesterday as the president hinted at a de-escalation with China, suggesting tariffs will come down.
145% is very high.
and it won't be that high.
Dow futures now up about 700 points before today's trading after the president said he has no plans to fire Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell.
Just this week, there was that suggestion that maybe Trump would try to push him out of the job, but Trump said last night that he no longer feels that is the case. But of course, he wants to see interest rates brought down sooner rather than later.
Another Russian drone attack. That was, by the way, Fox's Mark Meredith at the White House. Another Russian drone attack in Ukraine hit a bus carrying civilians, killing 9 of them. As high-level ceasefire talks fizzled today, Secretary of State Marco Rubio will not gather with top diplomats from Britain, France, Germany, and Ukraine like planned.
The meeting will now only be attended by lower-ranking officials. They're due to talk about a U.S. peace proposal that would see Crimea officially recognized as Russian. The strategically important peninsula was illegally annexed by Russia in 2014. Ukraine has rejected the idea.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. The FDA wants to make food companies stop using petroleum-based dyes to color our food, planning to phase 8 of them out by next year. Commissioner Marty McCary just told Fox.
These dyes have been associated with obesity and diabetes. They've been associated with attention deficit disorder, hormone disruption.
America's listening to Fox News.
Listen up, Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. So let's do it again and get vaccinated. We're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults under 50. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit vaxassist.com to schedule. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Yet another LGBTQ issue has reached the Supreme Court in a case that involves both religious liberty and parents' rights.
The Supreme Court will decide whether the Montgomery County Education Board can refuse allowing parents to pull kids from lessons involving books with themes of gender and sexuality.
This is not a matter of banning curriculum or stopping others from following their beliefs. It is about protecting our right as parents to decide what our children learn and when.
Melissa Persak among a group of Christian, Jewish, and Muslim parents suing, arguing this violates their First Amendment right to freedom of religion. The board adopted the lessons in 2022 to better represent all families and allowed parents to opt kids out until early 2023 when it stopped that option. In court records, it says teachers are not allowed to enforce a particular viewpoint. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
And while that controversy simmers in Maryland, there's yet another legal battle over another gender issue in Minnesota involving the controversy over biological males in women's sports.
Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison has filed a preemptive lawsuit against the Trump administration, seeking to block the White House from acting against Minnesota in the same way it's taking on Maine.
I'm not going to sit around waiting for the Trump administration to sue Minnesota.
Both states are refusing to comply with Trump's executive order banning transgender females from playing in girls' or women's sports under Title IX. The administration has sued Maine, seeking to pull funding. Ellison says the White House is trying to bully vulnerable children, but the administration says it's trying to protect female athletes from being bullied by being forced to compete with stronger and faster biological males. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
In the NBA playoffs, the Thunder roll.
Over the shoulder pass, Thorpe will fire away.
Oklahoma City, the top seed in the West, beat Memphis 118-99 on FanDuel Sports Oklahoma to go up 2-0. Indiana top Milwaukee 123-115 to also go up 2-0. The LA Lakers got even with Minnesota, taking game 2 94-85. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Well, I'd still keep the rain gear close by, but chances are you're probably not going to need it today. A drier day of weather for our Wednesday with a partly cloudy sky. We're still warm and quite muggy as temperatures get back up to around 80 in the afternoon. Overnight, low temperatures fall into the low 60s for your Thursday and the rest of the week. Rain chances going back up with scattered showers possible, even a couple of thunderstorms, too, through the first part of the weekend. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Discover your next great experience at Kane Center for the Arts, where art and community come alive. From stunning gallery exhibits to captivating live performances, we're here to inspire, connect, and celebrate the arts. Visit kanearts.org.
Caregiving can be overwhelming, but fear not. Equity Health Primary Care is here to help. They specialize in personalized care for your loved ones. In clinic, at home, or virtually, they provide support, understanding, and resources to make the journey a little easier. Visit equityhealthcares.com.
They're back. More of Justin, Bill, and Mamie now. It's Good Morning LKN from WSIC. Local starts here.
Morning. Good morning, okay, at 8:06. Happy Wednesday to you. Wow, already middle of the week. Hump day.
Wow.
Getting there, heading on toward the weekend. We'll check in with Jeff soon and see how people are acting on the streets. 8:15. We'll see what's going on. Ospreys are looking good out there right now. Water is calm. It's airy.
They're in their airy.
They're in their airy.
Airy era.
That was the word.
Good job, Justin.
Yeah, thanks, Mamie.
Literally just used the word of the day.
Yeah, I did.
I just pointed at him.
Properly.
Yeah.
Use it.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
I can hear him too. Oh,
yes, you
they're
can,
having a
because
good
it's
day.
a live webcam that you can
I love it.
absolutely hear. The Osprey there, lnwc.org, Lake Norman Wildlife Conservation.
Or download the
Coalition.
WSIC app.
Or you could do that right now. For
Because
sure.
we have it
available
on
iOS.
most of the day anyway.
And we just leave it on in the background.
Yep.
It's like the Masters. Just stays
It's
on.
just it's our ASMR.
In the background. Bill Russell, President of Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, also host of Town Talk, going to be joining us at 8:15. We'll check in with him, see what's going on in the Chamber's world. Quite a bit of activity, new members happening all the time, new events happening all the time. You've got an event coming up that you're emceeing there, the women's conference.
Yeah,
that's
the
coming
women's
up as
conference
well.
coming up in May. Yeah,
Which I think
Look
is
at that.
sold out.
Sold out.
completely gone.
They added more tables, and then it
Then
sold out
sold out
again.
more,
But there is
yeah.
a waiting list, so if you did not get on there, there's a waiting list you
Wow.
can add yourself to. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, there we go.
Because
Get it.
things happen. Kids get sick, and
Sure.
people have to do things, and so there is a waiting list you can.
Oh
add
yeah,
yourself
last night Noah had this cough, and so like it's allergies. It was an
Mhm.
allergy cough, one of those where and so he ended up coming into our bed, and then I went upstairs on the couch, and then so Emmy comes out in the middle of the night from her bed and wants to sleep on the couch with me. And what am I going to say? No, yeah, right. So she's sleeping on the couch
to.
with
You
me.
can't say no to her, can you?
No, I'm terrible. This couch is all 4 inches short of my height, and
Yeah.
so it's that awkward like bend the knee. And then, like, I wanted to roll over. She has, like, long hair, and she's, like, slapping me in the face. I'm like,
Mhm.
just...
that mermaid hair.
Yeah, just, you're okay. And so I really haven't slept. Dry Pond Animal Hospital also going to be joining us. Dr. Andrew and Shannon going to be in here. They are the LKN Cutest Pet sponsor for Lake Norman Women Magazine as well.
They are a pet sponsor, yes, for Lake Norman Women Magazine May issue. April issue is still available right now. You can go
Yeah.
get it. See, Sheena Shaw was on the podcast this
Oh, yeah.
week. Our April
Great
cover.
episode, by the way.
Great episode. She did a great job. So she's on there right now, so you can hear about her, learn about her. She's a rockstar real estate agent and also owner of Cedar Stump Pub. So doing a lot of things. She's
Oh, yeah.
a very busy lady. But then our May issue will have Safe Harbor Peninsula Yacht Club will be in there. We'll also have Dry Pond Animal Hospital will be in there. So lots of great organizations in the community to get to know.
Is Dr. Andrew going to get offended when I ask him how many glands he's cleaned? do
No,
you think?
please don't ask him that question. I know you will anyway, but I'm just going to ask you right here. So there's a record that I asked you not to ask him that question.
All right, I'll ask Patrick Reynolds that question
Okay,
later on.
all right, you
Host
can
of the
ask
Home Ed
Patrick
Show,
later.
Monday through Friday, 9
Ask
to
Bill
11.
Russell that question, actually. That's a great question.
Oh,
for
yeah,
Bill
Henry?
Russell.
I wonder if he cleans out Henry's
I bet he
glands.
does. I bet he does.
Patrick Reynolds hosts the Home Ed Show, Monday through Friday.
Right? Oh, that's foul.
9 to 11.
You guys don't do it yourself if you're thinking about it. Don't look it up on YouTube. Don't do it yourself. Take him to Dry Pond Animal Hospital.
That's why I've got a cat.
Oh, it's so bad. Those doodle dogs are the worst, too.
Hey, there's some changes coming down from the federal government. No, I'm not talking about the food dyes and the petroleum down your goozle. That is different. We talked about that this morning, so all those food dyes. The SBA loan program is actually getting a big change.
What for everyone who doesn't know what that is? What is that?
So this is a federally backed, in essence. So you can get a loan from a bank to buy a business.
Okay.
And it's backed by the federal government.
Gotcha.
There's a process, there's an application, there's criteria, but it is a big deal for the business world because most of the time when you're buying a business, you get a loan.
Right.
That's just part of the process, just statistically speaking. And so most people don't start an actual business from the ground up. I mean, although maybe they do. I don't know. But there's a lot of SBA loans that get dished out. Under the previous administration and the Biden administration, they relaxed some of the guidelines.
Right.
Not shocking. But now some of them are tightening back up. And so I'm going to read a couple of things to you. So this is going to take effect as of June 1st. So I do want to let you know about it because if you are about to potentially go under contract on a business, that's when you're really structuring the deal to match what you're looking for on the financing side. And so there are a few things, and this is under SOP 5010-8, just to give you the
when you
SEO
got to go
reference right here. Yeah.
Go through the filing cabinet. Look for that one.
So, and this is a post from SMB Attorney, somebody I follow on X. Partial buyouts now are requiring stock option purchases, with seller guaranteeing the loan for 2 years, as compared to asset purchase options. So there's something there. Seller notes for equity must be on full standby for the entire SBA loan. That's a big one in the process there, where traditionally a seller note may carry for a couple of years, let's say 2 to 5 years. But now what we're talking about is having to run the entire duration of the SBA loan. High net worth buyers benefit from removed liquidity threshold, so there's some benefit there. CPA reviewed financials are now going to be accepted instead of tax returns. So if your CPA certifies as to the financials, that will be accepted. So that's a pretty big move as well there. And now the SBA loans are completely restricted to U.S. citizens. Not really surprised at that one, given all the other things going on. Or lawful permanent residents, excluding non-citizens and visa holders. So visa holders from buying businesses that they are now not allowed to under the SBA program. Loans under $500,000 can bypass full underwriting if the SBA credit score. So there's a process of determining kind of the credit score of the deal. The previous threshold was $350,000. Franchise agreement reviews. This is where I think it's going to impact the most. They aren't part of the process anymore of review.
Okay.
So franchise agreements now don't matter in the equation for SBA. Certainly very relevant of the business you're buying. If you're buying a franchise, you certainly want to review that franchise agreement, but it will not be reviewed as part of the SBA process. So those are the kind of big broad strokes of the shift. It'll be updated. I'm sure there will be changes, I'm sure, even to these changes as it becomes official and it starts actually rolling out in the practical sense as SBA starts giving out notes. So very interesting change there. A lot of sweeping changes happening, including something separate from the SBA stuff. Floated out yesterday in the news. It hit my timeline. Don't know if it's accurate or not. Trump considering $5,000 baby bonus.
What?
If you have a baby.
What?
So if you have a baby, and the baby's got to be born, supposedly is the language right now. Well, not in the past. Going forward. These are new babies. Okay. New babies going forward.
That's not my fault.
Supposedly, Trump is considering $5,000 to pay people to have babies.
What?
They're trying this over in Europe right now.
I've seen that.
I think it was 9,000 over in Europe. I could be wrong.
We've talked about that too. Yeah, there was some.
I don't know the conversion ratio over there.
Birth rates were going down statistically across the country, across the world, really.
Yeah,
going down just because the cost of living is so high.
So $5,000. Does that make you want to have another kid?
Hey, practice is over.
Time to get back at it.
Right.
Back on the saddle.
Right.
Babe, I know it's your body, but we're talking about $5,000.
$5,000, man. $5,000.
Didn't they say it's like $1 million to raise a kid now,
yeah,
too?
It's ridiculously more
like the cost of a lifetime of a child is like $1 million.
That $5,000 won't even pay for the first year.
I'm good for it. Yeah. I'm good. No, I'm good.
Well, because with the labor, then you have, if you have more kids, the more labor you can create.
Right, I'm good.
And then we can repopulate the rest of it.
I'm good.
Who's the one who's got a bunch of babies? Who's the athlete?
Oh, which
all
one?
Of them.
Okay.
Man.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. That's it. Yeah, he's not an athlete. Is he an athlete?
No.
Dang. How many kids do I have to be able to pay $1 million for one of the kids? Oh, man.
Stay where you are. There's more Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie on the way from 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, I'd still keep the rain gear close by, but chances are you're probably not going to need it today. A drier day of weather for our Wednesday with a partly cloudy sky. We're still warm and quite muggy as temperatures get back up to around 80 in the afternoon. Overnight, low temperatures fall into the low 60s for your Thursday and the rest of the week. Rain chances going back up with scattered showers possible, even a couple of thunderstorms, too, through the first part of the weekend. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like Nina's Boutique.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. This Saturday is the Spring Taba Walk in Old Town Cornelius. The area's premier arts and music festival is a fun-filled event with something for the entire family, including 2 stages of live performances, local artists and vendors, craft breweries, food trucks, a petting zone, kid areas, games, giveaways, and more. We'll see you Saturday in Old Town Cornelius for the Spring Taba Walk. The 500 Club in Statesville presents live music on Saturday night with a performance by Trax Trio. The trio will cover a wide variety of music from a range of styles and genres, plus include their own original music. Call 704-872-9990 or visit the 500 Club online for more details on live music this Saturday night. Join Eastwood Homes for the grand opening of Peyton's Creek in Statesville on Laurel Cove Road, May 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Discover stunning 1 to 2 acre home sites, explore Eastwood's Build on Your Lot program, and enjoy tasty food, sweet treats, music, games, and family fun. May 3rd, don't miss this exciting community celebration. Hey Lake Norman, Pulp Juice and Smoothie Bar is having their grand opening on Tuesday, April 22nd at their brand new Cornelius location, 9623 Bailey Road, Suite 101. Come out, try one of their amazing fresh smoothies, and while you're there, enter for a chance to win free smoothies for an entire year. Get the details and enter online at pulpjuiceandsmoothie.com. Again, that's Tuesday, April 22nd. See you at Pulp Cornelius. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Merlefest 2025, presented by Window World, returns April 24th through the 27th in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear the Avett Brothers, Bonnie Raitt, The Dead South, Watch House, Wyatt Floors, I'm With Her, Leftover Salmon, The Warren Treaty, The Steel Drivers, and many more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
Give us a call now at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 8:18. Happy Wednesday to you. Coming up soon, we're going to have Dry Pond Animal Hospital. Dr. Andrew and Shannon are going to be here hanging out, and we'll see what's going on in their world. A shout out to the LKN Cutest Pet Contest going on as well. We'll share more with that. But first, ICATS.com, alternative transportation, $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte, cruising in the HOV lane with Jeff. Good morning, sir. How are things looking?
Good morning. No accidents to report. We do have heavy congestion from Langtree, 77 southbound in Mooresville, all the way down to about 485. There's a lot of stop-and-go traffic. Beware of that. Also, if you're going into the city of Charlotte, from about 77 to 85 southbound, traffic slow in that area. 77 northbound from 485 up through Cornelius, you'll experience stop-and-go traffic in that area. Beside that, secondary roads, Statesville, Troutman, Mooresville look good this morning.
Absolutely, Jeff. We appreciate you. Patient pants required. Drive safe out there. We look forward to chatting with you tomorrow.
All right. Have a great day.
You too, sir. ICATS.com, $1 from your front door each day to run errands around Iredell County, $1 on Tuesdays to go to the VA in Salisbury, $1 on Thursdays to go to Winston-Salem, $1 on Fridays to go to Hickory. You've just got to schedule it, ICATS.com. Someone we enjoy chatting with every single week, Bill Russell, president of the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce. He's also host of Town Talk. That airs every Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. here on WSIC. You can catch it live, watch on social media, wherever you catch your videos, catch it on demand, wherever you listen to your podcast, and always the WSIC News app, available on iOS and Google Play. Good morning, sir. How are you?
So you enjoy talking to me, or you just put up with me once a week?
I think Bill Russell's still riding that high from Snoop Dogg sharing his video a couple weeks ago.
Did he call you after, too?
Yeah,
after
did he call
shared
you?
it?
You guys hanging out now?
No, we're not hanging out now, but Christina Eagle is going to be appearing at the after hours tomorrow night. So who knows? Snoop Dogg may sweep.
Maybe he'll swing through Cornelius. Yeah.
Swing. Well, it's actually going to be over in Denver, so it's going to be at the Lake Norman Olive and Vine.
Oh, yeah, I saw that email out there.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be great.
Hey, if someone wanted to be a member of the chamber, is it a long process or is it easy to become a member?
In 10 minutes, you go online. You can do it electronically over the internet, join online, put in your information, and boom, it comes over to us. And then Brett does approve it. Brett is going to, you just don't send it in. It has to be an approval process. But we'll turn it in. And then we put the membership before the board of directors at the end of the month because, again, every member is approved by the board. But assuming that you're not a bad business, you're probably going to be accepted into the chamber. Yeah. But there have been exceptions.
How was your Easter? We didn't get a chance to chat that much over the weekend. Did you have a good weekend?
Gosh, I was just telling Bill I had Friday and Monday off, which you would think, oh, okay, Bill's going to relax. No, I was pushing that tiller Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I came back to work to get rest.
To get off the farm, right?
Yeah, I tell you what, and let me tell you something. Since we turned the dirt over weeks ago, and then it rained really consistently, and didn't rain for about 10 days. So running that tiller was like running that tiller through this parking lot out here. It was hard as a brick. That thing beat me to death.
RFK Jr. announced yesterday about the dyes, and then talking about potentially natural ones. You ever grown beets before?
I had not until I am putting beets in this year. Beets is a cooler weather crop. I heard Jeff earlier say he's already put his in the ground. Beets like either the early spring or late fall, kind of like the collard greens. You don't grow collards in the summer. You grow collards, as the fall crop. So I'll be putting my okra and beets in later. But I really hadn't acquired the taste, but they're really good for you. I think they got, iron is what beets have.
Yeah, they're really good for you.
But it's really good for you. So I need to start doing that because I eat a lot of things that's not good for me.
Don't they make your teeth red though too? Isn't that like a thing with beets?
Yeah, but sometimes that's
fun.
Your teeth red, like everyone's teeth is going to be red when you're out like smiling at people.
Just add a little color to your life with Bill Russell.
That's how you're gonna know who's on that beet juice or not.
There you go.
And so I'm curious of, okay, you've been doing this for 30 years, Bill. You're a farmer as well, and you got your crops all planted. How do you do that in addition to the 14,000 events that you and the chamber do every single week? I'm still confused at how you're in two places at once.
Well, I try to head down to the farm on 3 o'clock on a Friday, and I come back and I leave the farm at 8 o'clock on Monday. So the weekend, I try to do everything I'm going to do on the farm, literally in Saturday and Sunday. Those are the 2 days I have to do it. And everything you do this week, you kind of redo next week. And then you got the cows that try to make holes in the fence where there are no holes and things of that nature. So and then you're right. We have I think the most active chamber of commerce anywhere in the region, with events taking place all the time. I mean, we'll have multiple ribbon cuttings in a single day, and there are times when I have to send Leslie to one event, I go to another because we're just too spread out. Like yesterday, she was at the ambassador meeting, and then I was over there at King Canary. So I mean, there were two events going on at the same time.
It takes a village. I heard you were at Burton's on Monday. What'd you think of Burton's?
Oh wow, yeah, I saw Miss Demi coming in the door, so she was there too. I thought it was fabulous, and I really liked the steak that they had, and there was a General Tao, is that how you say it? Cauliflower, which not a big cauliflower, but it was really, really good. The chicken was fantastic.
Did the cauliflower taste like chicken? Because that's the point of it, right? Is like to be healthy, kind of like not that chicken's unhealthy, but
they had that whole General Chow thing going on where they put that sauce over it. So literally, you kind of got the impression you were eating chicken, but no, it was cauliflower.
Bill Russell, president of the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce. He's also host of Town Talk. Somehow we get an extra hour with Bill every single week. We're grateful for it. Bill, what's on tap for the show today?
Well, we're actually going to be having Joy Dillon back. You had her last week, I think, as your guest for just a little bit talking about the women's conference. So we're going to be focusing on the women's conference. And Demi's going to be, not Demi, Mamie is going to, I got Demi on my brain now. Mamie's going to be emceeing it. But we got two of our speakers, which is Michelle McCowan Campbell. She's going to be talking to us, as well as Stacey Paul. And then Joy Dillon, of course, who's chairing the actual women's conference. And they're going to be talking about some of the speakers involved and what people could expect. It is a completely sold-out event. They kept bringing in tables, and even after we were sold out, selling tickets to try to accommodate people. But I think we're upwards of 180, 190.
Yeah, we have 180 women that are going to be there, so it's going to be a great event.
Bill, you guys do such a great job of highlighting all of the different groups around, right? Because we talk about diversity a lot, right? And there's diversity in many different ways. How does the chamber do such a good job of staying focused on highlighting all of the different groups and types of people throughout the community?
Well, and you just said, it takes a village. That's what you just said a little while ago. And if you look at our community, we are a very diverse community. The industries coming in here, the Huntersville Business Park, you look at the various, whether there's Swiss businesses, German businesses, Japanese businesses. So you've got a lot of different cultures represented in our community. You were talking about Burton's just a minute ago. Our waitress, the hostess that came over and waited on us, she was Russian. And Susan was talking to her and saying, how do you market here to the Russian community? Because she wanted to get her client messaging out to a certain demographic. And so, we're a very diverse community of cultures, of demographics, and then it makes up our business community.
Very diverse too, as far as offerings to other communities. Quite a few projects going on around town as well. What's your take on on anything going on? Is there any products that the chamber's focused on or talking about? Because obviously, economic development and commerce is a big part of the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce. From a project perspective, is there anything that the chamber's got their eye on?
Well, certainly right now, one of the things that we're going to be focused on is the Veterans Affairs and the VA office. The town of Huntersville has actually said that they can supply space for us to have a VA office rather than driving. I think they have to go either into Charlotte or Salisbury.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
I'll say for the veterans in my life, that would be a huge deal for them.
Yeah, Edwin Quarles is who has a show there on WSIC. He has really been pushing that, and town of Huntersville has stepped up, and the town, we've got the new town hall coming online. They'll have space to be able to have an office for Veterans Affairs, and Representative Helfrich is very supportive of that in Raleigh, and that's a big agenda item for us too, as a Chamber of Commerce. That and finally, being able to get a magistrate up here. That's another thing. The magistrate position has been funded, but the problem is you're an attorney. I think it's like $30,000, and I don't think you're going to find a qualified magistrate for $30,000.
Bill will do it. We'll get Bill to do it in the afternoons. He could do like the afternoon shift.
Yeah,
or
he's
something
not that
like
busy.
That. Yeah,
he's not that busy in the afternoons. We got him.
Hey, the diversity of the people, but also the diversity of the municipalities. What's it been like for you? I mean, 30 years in the area, seeing it all grow, seeing the changes that have happened. What's your take on it these days with just how even each individual community being just a little bit different?
Yeah, and that was a fascinating conversation. I had Bob Race on my show just a month ago. He was the town manager that had just come off of being at Appalachian State and took over as manager of Cornelius when it had a population of like 4,000 people. And listening to Bob, if you didn't listen to that show on WSIC, go back and look at it. It's archived on YouTube. A fascinating discussion. He talked about how they didn't have enough money for the town to operate, and so they had to get some of their little bit more influential and wealthier taxpayers to front their property taxes so they could keep the town going. So that was quite a conversation that we had. But I remember when I got to Huntersville, and we didn't have a lot of the stuff going on there. North Cross had been built, but there was no Burtdale Village. There wasn't there was none of that manufacturing that we have in Commerce Station. So it's been Davidson kind of looked like Davidson. I mean, it hasn't changed a lot except for the roundabouts and MSC coming in. Some of that has remained the same, but certainly Cornelius and Huntersville in particular, seeing tremendous growth. I mean, if you think about in 1990, a population of 3,000 people, and now we're approaching 70,000. That is huge.
Yeah, wild times. Bill Russell, president of Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, also host of Town Talk. Catch the show from 4 to 5 p.m. live every Wednesday. Available on demand wherever you watch on social media, wherever you listen to your podcast, and always the WSIC News app. We appreciate you, sir. I'll see you later.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Forecast, the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Family, quality, value. With a legacy of excellence for over 40 years, Horn Heating and Air Conditioning will make your house feel like a home. Welcome home to the feeling of HornHVAC.com.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
With 5 area locations, Desco is your go-to resource for electrical supplies. Albemarle, Mooresville, Salisbury, Statesville, and Lexington. No matter where the job takes you, you're sure to be close to a Desco. Shop now at DescoInc.com.
Harness the healing power of horses. With the amazing staff at Willow Equine in Mooresville, we create a supportive environment conducive to healing and growth, dedicated to self-discovery and overcoming adversity. There's a program for you at WillowEquine.com.
'Tis the season. Bloom large at Drum Landscape Supply, your one-stop shop for everything you need this spring. Don't waste time running from store to store. Flowers, trees, mulch, and more. They've got you covered. Plus, they deliver. Visit drumlandscapesupply.com today.
LKN Love delivered. Show off your love for Lake Norman with unique lake apparel, home decor, and other gifts from LKN Local. Made by locals, for locals. They even hand-deliver their quality products to select zip codes. Shop lkn-local.com today.
Hey folks, you know Randy Marion is the king of price when it comes to buying a new vehicle or a pre-owned vehicle. But how about king of price when it comes to the service department? Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville, Randy Marion Ford Lincoln in Statesville has you covered on tires, brakes, batteries, wipers, you name it. Any service you need on your vehicle, regardless of the make or model, come see Randy Marion Chevrolet in Statesville Service Department or Randy Marion Ford Lincoln Service Department today.
Your Tuesdays just got a lot better. The Good Soul, a feel-good show that dives into the stories of extraordinary people, is headed to WSIC. Host Patty Alvarez brings a sit-down, fun conversation to the airwaves to give you an early week pick-me-up. Home of the best talk.
WSIC. Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. A lot of relief on Wall Street after President Donald Trump said he had no intention of firing Fed Chair Jay Powell, despite his frustration with the Fed not moving fast enough to cut interest rates. And stocks surged across the board. The Dow was up 1,017 points. The S&P 500 jumped 130. The Nasdaq was up 430 points yesterday. More major job cuts are said to be coming to Intel. A source speaking with Bloomberg News says the chip maker is getting set to announce plans to slash more than 20% of its staff, part of a bid to streamline management and rebuild an engineering-driven culture. Intel last year cut about 15,000 jobs. The company lost its technological edge and has struggled to catch up with NVIDIA in AI computing. Apple's new Siri engineering chief is overhauling the management team, leading development of the voice assistant. Fixing Siri has become one of the highest-profile challenges at Apple, which first unveiled the voice assistant in 2011. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The button pushing stops here.
WSIC. Local starts here.
That morning pep talk for Lake Norman, Statesville, with Justin, Bill, and Mamie now on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, okay, on 8:34. Happy Wednesday to you. Mames, you've got a dog?
Oh, yeah, I love my dog. My dog is like my second child.
When's the last time that you cleared her glands?
I do not.
You don't do
I
that.
do not do it myself. No,
That's
that is not a fun
be,
job.
It's
That is
got to
not
be a
fun job.
highlight of being a vet. And we've got one with Dr. Andrew Pierce, who's here this morning. Shannon Pierce is also with us as well. Am I right in assuming husband and wife?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. I took a shot in the dark on that
You
one.
never know.
You know, that sometimes that doesn't work out very well. Dry Pond Animal Hospital, drypondanimal.com. We care deeply for our pets.
Oh, we love our pets.
I mean, my goodness. And you want top-notch care. There's nothing worse than seeing, like a child, an animal suffering or sick or anything like that. So, Dr. Andrew, you got to have a heart of gold, I'm guessing, man, to be able to do this, right? Am I wrong?
I mean, I guess so.
I've had a passion for animals most of my life, and so got lucky enough to get into vet school, and then started working over in Lincoln County, and things came together, and I decided to found Denver Animal Emergency as the emergency animal hospital over there in 2016, and kind of built that up from the ground, and got lucky enough to have Shannon come along as our practice manager there early on, and from there we ran into an opportunity now to take over what we turned into Dry Pond Animal Hospital and Pet Resort, and excited to kind of move from being an emergency veterinary clinician to be able to focus more on the primary care side of things for veterinary medicine.
Take me to the moment. Was it like you were riding a bike down the street, you see like a raccoon there, you give it mouth to mouth, and that's like when you knew like this was for you? Like, give me the story. How did you know?
The biggest part of what I'd say my testimony would be that I going through high school, I thought I was going to be a teacher, and I was like a finalist for Teaching Fellow Scholarship in North Carolina, all these kind of things, and I'll never forget. It was the day of our senior prom, and I got the letter saying I didn't get this scholarship. And my uncle happened to be around, and he threw his arm around me. He was a vet, and he said, you don't want to be a teacher anyways. Come work for me. And that was kind of where things changed for me. So I started working for him right when I graduated high school. We grew up over in Ckezepis County, and so I started working over here. And one thing led to another. I started doing well in biology in undergrad. We both graduated from UNC Charlotte, and then I got lucky enough to get into North Carolina State. To graduate from there in 2012.
It's a lot of education to be a vet. It's a lot of education.
I was done after undergrad. I said, I've got my degree. I'm good. I'm not doing anymore.
Shannon, tell us the truth. Can he talk to animals?
Sometimes it seems like he can.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, he definitely is able to do it better than I can. I like to talk to people.
And it's really cool y'all set up. So Dry Pond Animal Hospital, drypondanimal.com, the veterinary services. We can imagine all of that gamut. I mean, do you do like surgeries and things like that too? Is it really, and the primary care, or is it just primary care? What is it you like to focus on, really?
Yeah, so we do literally everything there. The only thing that we've got a bit hang up on is getting dental X-rays in, but we do have a dental machine. We're doing dental procedures, keeping those teeth clean, which is kind of a buzzword and focus in veterinary medicine these days. But we've got a very nice large surgery suite. We're doing all sorts of surgeries. I think our focus there is more the primary care, so we're taking care of lumps and bumps that need to come off, pathology to seeing if those are cancerous. Is there more workup that needs to happen after that? We do offer spay and neuters, those kind of more simple surgeries. But with my background and as an emergency veterinary clinician, I've done some pretty challenging surgeries and some kind of crazy things with dogs. And so two of our full-time veterinarians are younger, and they're excited about the prospect of increasing and gaining their surgical skills from if an animal like eats something it's not supposed to, gets stuck in its gut, and we need to remove it, and even more challenging surgical procedures from there.
Do you do glands?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We do glands. Yeah.
Just making an ask. I was asking for a friend.
I don't want to take it. Yeah, take your dog to Dry Pond Animal Hospital. Don't look that one up on YouTube.
Yes.
Something cool though that you've coupled the veterinary service with is the pet resort. Now, did this just come from the idea of, hey, they're coming and staying with us, we might as well let them have a good time so the animals don't all hate us after we stick them with needles? Is that what that came from?
So when we purchased the facility, it was already set up as a kennel. So when we came in, we just revamped a lot. We cleaned up the yards. We made sure that everything was up to our standard of what we thought, things should look like and feel like, knowing that we eventually wanted to create an animal hospital. So that was always the goal. But from the get-go, it was already set up. There were already some really great employees there that we were able to keep on, that really knew about the kennel side of things, because obviously we hadn't owned a kennel before that. And then we just kind of wanted to take it up a notch. Make it be the premier place for you to bring your dog for everything, for boarding, for daycare.
Like the little umbrellas and the drinks kind of thing?
Yes, that would be the goal long term.
The cottages, I'm looking at the cottages. I might just book one for myself.
Yeah, they're large. They're nice. They go quickly, you never know. So it worked out that luckily we were able to do a pretty big renovation project over the past year to add the veterinary side with the exam rooms and everything. But really, the kennel side was already there. The yards are big. We have a pool for the dogs. That's a huge pull in the summertime. You know, when it's really hot, the dogs love to swim, and so
I imagine you offer single day, multi-day, kind of the gambit, depending on the needs of the purpose.
Yep.
of the
So
person.
daycare's really popular. Obviously, the boarding is huge during the summer, spring break. Last week, we were completely booked full. And so we do encourage people, if you are going on vacation, go ahead and book because we do fill up pretty quickly. People really want those rooms.
The other aspect too, that kind of that again, when you go and you take your animal to a vet, you may not realize or may not even think about, but like a pharmacy. I mean, it kind of comes down to like medicine and stuff sometimes. What's that like as far as in the practice? What's the pharmacy side of it?
So we try to have everything right here in house that you guys are going to need. We carry, most of the main heartworm, flea, and tick preventatives are some of the main things we sell, and it really key when you think of preventative care for your pet, making sure that you're going to prevent those kind of things that we can. But if your dog needs a pain medication, it's uncomfortable. We carry those all the way through most antibiotics. We try to have it in house so we can just give it to you guys same day.
Well, we play a game around here. It's called America's Favorite Game. And basically,
it's a great game for you guys.
Here's
Yes.
the premise.
The
okay,
perfect game.
It's about a 10 by 10 room, right? Give or take. Let's say you were in this room with either your choice between lion, bear, or alligator. You survive an hour, $10 million. Which one are you choosing, Doc?
Oh, jeez. I don't see a way to win.
Yeah.
Like if there's some things I could hold on to. Maybe I'd go alligator because I could get high and try to hang.
See, that's
high.
the reasoning that Bill uses when he
That's
goes
okay.
with
Right,
alligator.
yeah. Me and Bill, we're together.
Yes.
Yes.
Mamie
I'm
thinks the
going
lion.
lion. I'm going lion because they sleep like 20.
She's going zoo lion.
That's
is what she's
smart.
saying
All right.
I'm
there.
hoping I'll
Yeah.
just catch a deer in nap time and I'll be good.
Maybe you just go like Zach Galifianakis and Hangover with the pepper on the stick.
Yeah,
I love pepper.
Does that work? Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm stuck between. I think I'm on bear, but I don't know if I want black bear or brown bear because one of them it would be like I just have to yell for the whole hour, and then the other one I'd have to like lay completely still for an hour. Right? That's the difference. So
Okay.
I haven't decided yet.
Just don't
so.
go grizzly.
Don't go
Yeah.
grizzly.
Don't go
Don't
grizzly.
go
Yeah.
grizzly. All right,
That's
good
the
to
one
know.
not
Good
to
to
go
know.
with. Dry Pond Animal Hospital, drypondanimal.com. So what is like those moments? Because it's got to be wild, right? Like your brain is maybe wired differently. Again, you can probably talk to animals. I bet you can. But like when you're looking at like a lizard or you're looking at a cat or you're looking at a dog, I mean, how do you even start like a diagnosis process with
Because
these
they can't tell you
animals?
what's wrong with
Yeah,
them.
they don't talk.
Right, and so
Or do they?
over the last over the last almost 10 years working in emergency medicine and seeing every case that comes in, we believe, at least the owner believes something's wrong, right? And so, as a emergency veterinary clinician, you're going to start with like the most detailed physical exam you can, and I have like a process I go through. So I'm going to look in the eyes, I'm going to look through the ears, I'm going to kind of scoop around and look in the mouth, and then they've got some lymph nodes that we got to check underneath the jaw and cruise down the neck, and you're trying to like you're going through everything, and maybe as folks are observe this, you're like, oh, this guy's just petting, loving on my dog, but like there's really is a lot of information we're gaining from a physical exam, and then we lean into things like blood work at the emergency facility. We do in-house more frequently, but at Dry Pond right now we're sending a lot of it out unless we need to know what's going on right then today, and we do have that same capability there. And then if we're not sure what's going on beyond that, then you lean into other diagnostics like X-rays or even abdominal ultrasound to try to figure out what's going on with these guys. And really what I tell some of the younger vets that I work with and what I learned over time is just learning what's normal, and so like just observing dogs, and sometimes just like even just looking at them and like for instance, just yesterday there was a case that came in that had a big surgery called a TPLO on its right hind leg, and these are owners I've known for years. And so they came in and we're looking at the dog, and she's like, I think it's just a little bit off, and I'm watching. Oh yeah, it's picking up its right hind limb just barely. She's like, yeah, that's what I've been noticing at home. And so sometimes you just pick up on the little things and knowing and understanding what's normal. And so when you say like talking to animals, like not really, but like when owners are able to kind of, they're with the pet so much more than we are, and to kind of just sit down and listen to what you are observing with your pet. And then, hey, can I observe these same things? Or recently I had a case where the dog came in for limping on its left forelimb, and I'm feeling down this leg and I'm not feeling anything. And I get up higher and it starts yelping. I said, oh, this is more of a neck pain instead of, you think it's going to be more of a leg thing. And I talk through this owner. Do we need to do additional diagnostics? We want to do pain meds and rest and see how things go, so on and so forth. And so, it's not really talking to the animal, but it's just listening to what they
Puzzle.
come in for, and kind of putting the puzzle together a little bit at a time.
Wow. Dr. Andrew Pierce, Shannon Pierce, thank you both so much for coming in and hanging out with us this morning. Dry Pond Animal Hospital, also Pet Resort, drypondanimal.com, located in Lincoln County, conveniently located, and sounds like great service. And so, again, people love their pets. Thank you all for what you do.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely. And thank you for supporting Lake Norman Woman Magazine, being the pet section sponsor, and for the cutest pet contest. Carlos won's the spoiler, by the way.
Congrats,
Pretty much.
Carlos.
He's a doodle, right? He was a doodle?
I think he's a sheepdog.
A
actually.
sheepdog.
Yeah, but very cute.
Doodles, are they as popular as everyone makes them sound these days?
Yeah, everybody's got one.
They're everywhere.
Check them out, drypondanimal.com.
Visit the 500 Club online for more details on live music this Saturday night. Join Eastwood Homes for the grand opening of Peyton's Creek in Statesville on Laurel Cove Road, May 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Discover stunning 1 to 2 acre home sites, explore Eastwood's Build on Your Lot program, and enjoy tasty food, sweet treats, music, games, and family fun. May 3rd, don't miss this exciting community celebration. Hey Lake Norman, Pulp Juice and Smoothie Bar is having their grand opening on Tuesday, April 22nd at their brand new Cornelius location, 9623 Bailey Road, Suite 101. Come out, try one of their amazing fresh smoothies, and while you're there, enter for a chance to win free smoothies for an entire year. Get the details and enter online at pulpjuiceandsmoothie.com. Again, that's Tuesday, April 22nd. See you at Pulp Cornelius. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Merlefest 2025, presented by Window World, returns April 24th through the 27th in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Hear the Avett Brothers, Bonnie Raitt, The Dead South, Watch House, Wyatt Flores, I'm With Her, Leftover Salmon, The War and Treaty, The Steel Drivers, and many more. For tickets, visit merlefest.org.
Want to talk with Justin, Bill, or Mamie? Give them a call now at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 8:48. You know, I had one more question for Dr. Andrew. I wanted to ask him.
They're still here, by the way.
We're all going to die. And so putting a dog down, putting any animal down, what an emotional.
Is this the theme of the final segment of Good Morning LKN? Just bring everybody down.
All right, you either have to
No,
every
we're not
day-
adding them to America's favorite game. We're not adding that. No, we're not. I'm saying no.
You know who else has to put dogs down?
No, they do
The
not.
Home Ad Show
No, they
audience,
do not.
Monday through
But
Friday.
You can. There are animals on the Home Ad Show sometimes.
Very much so.
Mhm.
Yes, we have. That's the number one question I get asked is, hey, what's the craziest thing you ever get called in for sale on the Home Ad Show? And when I first started the show, I thought I was getting pranked by the animals.
Norwegian dwarf goats?
Well, they call them pygmy goats.
Pygmy goats?
Yeah.
That's another one. That's a different breed.
Legit. And
Yeah.
it's like, this is one of the first pranks I thought. I was like, come on. And then it's like, nope, for real. This is a lot of farm country in Iredell County, and they're serious. They're selling
Buying,
them.
selling, and trading goats.
You got it.
Chickens, goats. One time I filled in for you, and there was some dogs on there too. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's always cats on there too. So yeah, you can
For
always
sure.
get a pet.
Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating birthdays and anniversaries.
Oh no, who
you
won
call
yesterday?
in
birthday.
844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464.
Still alive,
That prize will get spun every day at 10:45. You win Daylight Donuts, Boxcar Grill, Lake Mountain Coffee. So if you've got a birthday or anniversary, you've got a friend who's got a birthday or anniversary, call in 844-STUDIO-4. That's the line here. It's actually the phone number across the entire WSIC network. No matter what show you're trying to tap into or say hey to any of the hosts, you can call that number. We'll let you know about that lineup shortly. So it's when anniversary, birthday.
No, today's Wednesday.
Oh,
We've
wait,
only
yeah,
done 2
today's.
days.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
so,
it's
gosh, wow, it is
tied.
only
Yeah, I
Wednesday.
know.
Okay, so I took the
It's tied.
over on
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Anniversaries would go over 2
Right, and
this week.
yesterday we learned it was 2.5.
Right.
Then you win.
Right, so if you've got a divorce anniversary.
Divorce anniversary, call that one in.
That's a roundup, right?
So
there for
I'm
me.
still confused on that. If it's 1, you lose. If it's 3, you win. But what if it is 2?
Well, I think it actually technically should have been 2.5. So then 2, I would lose.
You would lose it.
I
too.
think I would lose it too.
Okay.
So I think we know today. Well, no, technically because there's 5 days in a week.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
So I got another day to live at least. Okay. All right. That's pretty good.
Yep. Thursday's gonna be the day.
Yeah.
To find out.
Patrick, you go to a lot of parties as well as your time here at WSIC.
Darn right.
Have you ever brought your own hot sauce to a party?
No, can't say that I have.
Have you ever brought your own hot sauce to a party, Justin?
I have.
You have.
I have.
You have. All right.
Yeah.
You are You are in the 25% of Gen Z and millennials that bring their own condiments to restaurants and events.
Okay, not restaurants. I'm not going to bring it to
You're not
restaurants.
doing it to a restaurant?
No. So my story stems from bringing it to a wedding. I was told that you do bring your own hot sauce to a wedding.
What happened was,
and I brought it to a wedding, and I shared it with the
table?
father of the groom.
Okay.
It was like a.
Okay, what was the situation where you're like, I'm going to this wedding. The
I
food's
bequest
not going to be
you
spicy.
Texas Pete.
Right.
Yeah,
it's not going to be spicy enough. I got to bring my own.
It's
hot
not
sauce.
spicy enough. It's you bring the courtesy is you bring your own for your own preference to not offend the host.
Was that part of the invitation? Bring your own condiments?
No, this was inside information. This is
you were just
completely
told.
inside
that
information.
seems like it to me is delivering the wrong message, the opposite message of I'm bringing my own hot sauce. I am insulting you because whatever you have
It's
is
gonna
not
be
good
too
enough.
bland.
Not good enough. I need
Because here's the
mine.
thing. I was the one with the hot sauce.
Mhm.
There wasn't enough for everybody else, so I got to share with the father of the groom.
So you were the hero of the day.
I was the hero for the people that mattered there that day.
Fascinating. Never saw this angle before, man.
So Texas Pete for me. Don't give me that
Oh, you're-
Basque sauce.
You're not Tabasco? What about Crystal? You like Crystals?
I did Frank's Red Hot for a while.
Oh yeah.
That's good on chips.
Yeah, no, Rob is a Crystal fan, Crystal's
Okay.
hot sauce fan. He's from Texas, so I would say
Is that super spicy?
it's not super spicy, it's just flavorful.
That's
he
what Texas
says.
Pete is to me.
Mhm.
That's why I like Texas
Yeah,
Pete.
Yeah, so he'll go Texas Pete. We have to buy 2 at a time, big bottles. One for work, one for home. He doesn't work here, so doesn't have access to the sauce.
The sauce cabinet just underneath the sugar.
We don't have creamer, but we do have hot sauce. But yeah, this was a study by, I think it was by AP News. So hot sauce, younger generations don't trust that a restaurant will have the right hot sauce for them, is what they're saying. 1 in 4 Gen Zs and millennial diners bring their own condiments, especially hot sauce. So this could also be ketchup or Chick-fil-A sauce or whatever.
Sometimes I do want to bring my
in the
own
mood for.
ketchup. You ever been to a restaurant where you see like the nasty dried on ketchup right there on the lid? You know what I mean?
Mine
You
is
open
just
it.
when you just get the tiny packets and you need like 12 of them to eat
Packets
your
are-
fries.
one of those packets is not enough.
It's not enough. No.
Or one of them's really sticky on the outside.
Yeah, I hate the sticky too.
That's a
yeah.
good feeling on the fingers.
So yeah, there you go. You can bring your own
Mystery sauce.
I went to an event though that had like these tiny mini bottles of hot sauce
Yeah.
of Tabasco. Have you seen those at
Yeah.
like events and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah,
Or hotels will have them too.
Mhm.
I always grab a handful and give them to Rob so that he can take them with him on the go.
I will do Tabasco one I take it back. There is a one scenario where I'll do Tabasco sauce like openly in public. Oysters.
Okay.
Because Tabasco sauce does
Yeah.
go good with oysters. You a big oyster guy?
I'm a medium oyster guy.
Medium.
I like
Raw
them.
oysters. Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
anything else?
Yeah. You can get oysters Rockefeller. Those are cooked. I like those.
Rockefeller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
Oh.
good. They're like
Yes.
stuffed with bacon and cheese and
Oh, no, I
breadcrumbs.
just eat the booger style ones.
No, I
Yeah.
can't eat those. That's what they do.
Get
Ugh.
back to my childhood.
Don't chew it. Yeah, you're gonna be there a while.
No, I can't do those. Ugh.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Tabasco, knock it back. It's like a shot almost.
Yeah, it's just a.
You put it on the cracker.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a way to eat hot sauce and crackers. Really, is what it's for.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Hey, Trump is considering $5,000 for every person that has a baby.
No.
What do you think?
No?
Not a fan?
Not buying into that one.
Oh, I was just gonna ask me if I'm gonna have another child. I thought that was where the question was.
For 5,000.
I cannot, and I've got the invoice to prove it.
But did you do the post-test to prove it? That's the real question.
I got a whole story. Actually, I've got like 3 stories from that experience in my life.
I can share mine with you if you want to. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll just roll right out.
I've
of
got
the
a
room for
few,
this
but go
last-
ahead.
this
I've got a
last
friend.
segment.
I've got a friend who was about to. I think he's gonna have another one. And
Give
what I'm
us room
talking
here,
about,
Mamie.
spoiler, I'm talking about vasectomies
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
Thank you
And
for explaining that. to
Adult
everybody.
hour.
It's
right?
about the
Okay.
weirdest feeling you will ever have as an adult male. and you as a lady can't relate to this, right? There's many
No, because
things.
I have not had a child myself, so I can't relate to it.
Well, you also have different parts than guys.
I know where
think
you're
that's how
going.
it
Yeah, go
works.
ahead. Go ahead.
Because they give you 3 shots. They give you one on the left, they give you one on the right, and then they give you one in the middle. And the middle one is the one that hurt. I'll be honest with you. And they cut open the middle, and that's what they do. And it doesn't get really weird. I mean, that's kind of weird, but it doesn't get really weird until they start soldering. That's when stuff gets real interesting because you see this little smoke cloud kind of start coming up, and you're wondering, wow, what's going on down there? Because spoiler, you're numb and you don't feel anything.
Right.
Now, you do notice tugging,
Yeah.
but there's not pain. And so the natural inclination, I don't know if you've ever seen, like if you've ever been like with Rob or like somebody's out and like a situation, you're standing in a group, people are a little close. Sometimes hands start flying, you get excited, right? I talk with my hands sometimes. And then you'll see someone do the the bounce back, I'll do that one. And for those on the live stream, I'll do that.
Please do that again.
I'll do that one, the kind of the bounce back.
Download the app.
Yeah.
Please download the app.
And if you're listening on the radio, please come back and watch it on social.
It's the hips move. It's the hips pull.
Okay.
So basically, the moral of this story is I would love to find someone willing to do it live on the radio because I can help them walk through this. I think we're all made for a purpose. And my purpose, I think, is to help counsel people through
That's great.
these pivotal moments,
Mhm.
particularly when they're deciding that they don't want any more seed.
Correct.
And so that's what I can
Okay.
offer.
That's great.
So
That's great.
maybe someone on the Home Ad Show can help me. 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. That's the number you call. And you don't have to just call during the Home Ad Show. You can call across the entire WSIC lineup and talk and connect with any of the hosts here at WSIC. We do over 35 hours of content every single week locally here around the Lake Norman community. Today being no exception. It is Wednesday, so a jam-packed lineup today. You've got the Good Morning Elk and you got the Home Ad Show from 9. You're not supposed to laugh when I'm reading the copy. 9 to 11, you got the Home Ad Show, whether you're buying, selling, celebrating vasectomies. That's what you can do on the Home Ad Show every day.
That's the half.
11 to noon then, after the Home Ad Show. Today is Wednesday. You're going to hear Jason Sane with All Things Sane, keeping you apprised of everything going on in Raleigh, around the country, a former state representative out of Lincoln County. And he is now just keeping you apprised of everything going on in the world, keeping you updated. Noon to 3, Todd Starnes Show. Get that national political addiction itched if you want to. Todd Starnes, every day, Monday through Friday, here on WSIC. 3 o'clock today, you got Sheriff Darren Campbell of Iredell County, the good, the bad, and the guilty. And we appreciate Harrison's being the presenting sponsor of that show. Wonderful work and Western Wear located in Mooresville, right on exit 36. That's Highway 150. Go by Harrison's and check them out if you need work gear or Western Wear gear. Really just want to have a good time and go hang out in a retail store. Also going to do that
Great
too.
people too.
Absolutely. 4 o'clock, you got Bill Russell. We chatted with him earlier. He's the president of the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, and he's host of Town Talk. Sounds like it's going to be an exciting show today, talking about that upcoming women's conference,
That's right.
which you're emceeing that
I am
conference.
emceeing the women's conference.
Have you
yes.
started, practice your opening bit yet?
I don't know. What story should I tell?
Are you going to do a story or
You
like
want
a
me to tell
joke?
the one you guys just told?
The
I can
vasectomy.
tell that
Let me
one.
tell you about
I've got
Justin's
3.
vasectomy.
I've got
Okay.
3.
Actually, yeah. I'll just bring in Patrick's going to come in and introduce everybody, but he's going to start with a story. Yeah.
I would do that. Literally.
I don't know. I'm thinking the possum story. I'm thinking the story about mom writing a thank you note for a snake.
You
Lots
should
of
tell
things to
everybody you
talk
had
about.
outdoor dogs growing up.
I
That's what you
could
should
tell the
start
story
with
about
that.
the outdoor dogs
Yeah.
and just get shamed off the stage.
Yeah, you could go with that
Possum
one.
story is gold.
The
You gotta
possum
tell
story is
that
a
one.
good one. Yeah, that's always a winner. But yeah, I'm trying to think about what story I'm going to tell, but I'll tell some good ones.
I've
a lot
been
of
to the
great
women's
stories.
conference before.
Yeah.
What, several years
there
ago.
are some men coming. I think there's about 5 men that are signed up for the
Yeah,
women's
that
conference.
I
was-
get it, creeper. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Bought a ticket.
Great way to meet people, though.
180.
180 ladies in the room?
Yeah, it was like 146, and there was like 4 men in the room, me
Yeah.
and 3 other dudes.
I think we have
so, yeah,
5. I think
yeah.
we have 5 men signed up. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It's going to be a good time, though.
It's gonna be
I'll
a
bring
great
the
time.
vasectomy story.
Absolutely. Well, I was going to ask you, are you going to share yours now?
I don't know. We have time.
Okay.
Oh, we have time. I need more time. I know you're trying to set me up.
You need more time. But
I need
all
more
right.
time.
All right, more time coming up. The Home Ad Show. If you've got an anniversary, you got to be on my team. Call in 844
Birthdays. Call in your birthdays.
Studio
I wanna win.
4. Get
Team
on
birthday,
that
team
prize wheel.
anniversary.
Team
Get
birthday.
get some donuts. What's up, Jody?
Serving you better than ever